So, good evening. It is almost the weekend. And so I'm in my very, very happy place right now because I know I'm winding down my work week. And I'm super glad to be on the mat. So, tonight we're going to be working on your neck, your shoulders, your upper back. Um, and we're obviously going to work on the rest of our body too, but we'll focus on certain parts of different poses so you can work into that mobility and function and let you feel good. So we're going to start tonight's class actually in a child's pose. So not the full child's pose. We're going to take a variation. So we're going to come towards the middle back of your mat. Knees at hip width. Just let the hips sit down. And you're just going to let the hands sit towards your feet. You're going to start to recline your forehead down towards the mat. Start to allow your shoulders to relax. Just close your eyes. Deepen into your breath. Allow the thoughts of your mind to quiet down. Allow your body to find a place of ease and stillness. And slowly walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Begin to lengthen into your upper back. Soften into your low back. Just take a moment here. Start to observe where you are in your body. Start to roll on towards your fingertips, lifting your elbows away from the mat. And just slowly pressing through your fingertips so you can push your body further back towards the hips. And just slowly deepen the breath. Allow your chin to come towards your chest. Walk your hands towards your knees. And just slowly, breath by breath, roll your upper body up. Resting your hands on your thighs, eyes closed. Take a deep breath here. Let's go ahead and open your eyes. You're gonna allow your knees to touch, hips still sitting onto your heels. If you need to, you can tuck your toes in. And just start to rock the hips left and right, letting it feel good. Allow your chin just to drop down towards the chest. We're just gonna slowly roll your head over to the left. Spin it all the way back. And then gently come down to the right. We're going to repeat this motion at your own pace. And at any time during the movement, if you find one spot that you need to work deeper into, feel free to stay there for a few extra breaths. Whenever you're ready, begin to reverse and rotate over to the left. And draw your breath in to roll your head to the right, to release out to your left side. Good. Let's bring the head back to the center. You're going to start to slowly place your hands right in front of your knees. You're going to start to adjust in towards a wide-legged forward fold. So all you're going to do is just open the knees wide, making the transition as smooth as you can. And tucking my toes in here. I'm just going to slowly lift my knees up, rock my body weight back, start to adjust my stance slowly. And I'm just going to keep my knees micro bended. Starting to adjust my heels towards the back of my mat, my toes facing forward. Hands still gripping onto the mat, my knees are slightly bent. And then very slowly, let's go ahead and round into your back. Start to look between your legs and take the hands to opposite elbows. You're going to close your eyes and take a minute here just to surrender into gravity. To open into the low back, the hamstrings. Allow your arms to rest down towards the mat. And just shake your head no. Shake your head yes. And just slowly, hands onto the mat underneath your shoulders. Start to lift your heart space forward, coming into that halfway lift. Knees slightly bent. And you're going to pivot and heel toe your feet out one step wider. There you go. Beautiful. And then very gently go ahead and recline down. Notice how that wider step feels for deepening into the back of your legs. Starting to straighten out your knees as much as you can. Just take a few more breaths, allowing your arms to rest wherever they lay. Hands to the mat, hands to opposite elbows, or even coming down to your forearms and rolling your chin towards your chest. Okay. Very slowly, once again, lift your gaze up first. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. And just slightly lift the heart space forward. And now you're going to crawl your hands maybe 1 or 2 inches forward. Make sure that your shoulders are not moving forward above your wrists. You want to push your energy back towards the hips. Coming into that wide-legged down dog, you can adjust your feet stance as you like, or even pigeon toe your feet in, toes rolling in, heels rolling out, and just really energize that body weight back. Starting to roll your head between the upper arms, deepening into the shoulder space, the upper back space, and the low back. Continue to deepen the breath. Really listen to the sound of that breath in, the sound of your breath out. Okay, let's go ahead and walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Once again, start to roll your chest forward halfway left. And this time I want you to heel toe your feet in just ever so slightly. Your heel's still outside of your hips. You're just gonna rotate your toes out at that kind of 45-degree angle. Start to sit the hips down. At the lowest it goes down at the knee height. You're gonna bring both hands onto your knees and let your palms be active. Rotate the knees externally. Sit the hips a little further down so you can feel this in their inner thighs, inner hips. And just close your eyes right this moment and take 5 breaths. Okay, let's start to add some movement into the hips. So I'm just gonna rock left and right, starting to work into the knee joints, the ankle joints, the hip joints. And let's just go ahead and come back towards the center. You can pop the hips up ever so slightly. Take a breath, take a break, and then squat back down. Let's add into the upper body. I'm going to drop the left shoulder down, look over to my right. And then when I inhale, I'm going to come back towards the center. And then go ahead and exhale, dropping the right shoulder down, looking over to the left. Let's do that one more set. Bring it back towards the center. Let the left shoulder roll down. And then gently roll back towards the center. Continue to use your palms to rotate the knees away from your inner body. And then come back towards the center. Very gently, you're going to lower the hands down towards the mat. Pivot the toes forward. Close the heels in one more time. And our Malasana pose. Try to squat the hips down. Kind of feel it out. If you need to adjust your feet, you might need to close the feet a little closer. Kind of feel where your hip space is at. Now we come from all levels of practice. So with Malasana pose, something my friend called the Asian squat, I don't know why, but Malasana pose is so good for realigning posture as well as opening your hip space. But not everybody is able to get down this low with knee or hips problems or just tightness. So to go over kind of that option one, if you're knowing that that pose is not for you, the other option that's more passive is when you sit down on your buttocks. You just bend your knees and allow your heels to roll in and your toes to roll out like this. Maybe bring the heels a little closer. Instead of doing the hands into prayer, you're going to use your upper arms and create an external rotation for you. So your lower body's being opened up with the upper body externally rotating the knees out. Simultaneously, you're going to draw your breath in through the belly so you're not rounding your back, and you're going to lift that chest forward. So a more passive version of Malasana, but just as effective. Option two is that full version where we're coming into the full squat and your hands is in prayer. If you come into this version, notice how my knees are rolling in towards my body. I'm going to use my outer arm, and from here, hands together. And I'm going to start to very slowly use my outer arms and rotate my knees away from my chest. See if I can draw my hands down towards this chest and then lengthen through the crown of my head. There you go, beautiful. Let's go ahead and close your eyes and count 5 to 7 breaths. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and wake up those eyes. We're going to lower the hands down, releasing into the hip space here. I just want you to put the hands down so slow. Start to pop the hips up and let the feet sit right underneath your hips. Let the knees slightly bend. I find that when you start to close the gap between your feet, you get a deeper stretch to the hamstrings. So I always start with my knees slightly bent. Hands to opposite forearms or hands towards the mat, your choice. And just feel it out for a few breaths. And while the knees are just ever so slightly bent, you can rock with your body. Notice what happens when you rock your body forward, rock your body back towards the heels. And then just find a place of stillness. You can stay here for option one. For option two, you can start to straighten out your knees. Start to discover your body a little deeper. If you like to go into option three for a deeper stretch, you can always bring the hands behind your calves and just start to use your forearms, hug it into the calves. You can hug the belly tighter towards the thighs, rolling your head towards your knees. And just breathe into your body. Okay. Start to gently release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And once again, rotate the toes out. Let's come back into Malasana pose. But this time, we're not going to focus on the hips. We're actually going to take it into the shoulders. So this is a new one that I've been doing just to get a different type of shoulder stretch. It is very weird, but I love it. So your lower half looks like Malasana and the knees are rotated out, right? Your hands, you're gonna place them right to your waist. So the back of my hands is to the side of my waist. So you know that kind of chicken arm kind of thing? You're doing exactly that. From here, you're gonna bring your elbows in and then bring the elbows inside your knees. So you know how in Malasana I asked you to rotate your knees out? This time, because you're focusing on the shoulders, I want you to clasp your knees in like this. And when you start to hug your knees into your upper arms, you can feel that stretch coming into your shoulders and wrists. Ooh. Go ahead and close your eyes and just breathe. Okay. Just very slowly open the knees up. Let the hands go. Maybe circle out into the wrist space. So something I've never done in any class in the 3 years I've been teaching, but this is something I just discovered this week and I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and just drop down onto your knees here. We're gonna come onto the mat in that seated pose. Let's go ahead and begin all that neck, upper back, and shoulder work. So before we start to really deepen into the shoulders, this is where your strap or your towel is going to come in. So if you have a towel, that's what the towel is for. If you have a strap, that's what the strap is for. So after coming in from my accident, when I started working on shoulder mobility, this is one of the pre-warm-ups I did to get my shoulders in a good space. So what I kind of do is if you have a hand towel, whatever, or even a strap like this, I want you to hold it wide as you can. And just from here, we're just gonna warm up the shoulder movements. So I'm gonna tilt my left hand down to my left knee and rise my right hand up. And from here, I'm just gonna slowly circle my right hand over my head and then eventually take both arms behind my back and then drop the right hand to the back corner, left hand up, and then rotate the left hand forward and down. You're going to create this circular motion around your body. And you can start to feel every rotational capacity in that shoulder joint. Connect into your breath. Breathe in when you're rolling back. And then breathe out when you're bringing that left hand forward. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Just 1 more time. And then just bring it back towards the center for rest. If your strap is hitting you like it was me, I actually extend my strap like this. This way I'm not smacking myself with my strap the whole time. We're gonna reverse that out. So you're gonna drop the right hand down first, left hand up. Circle your left arm above and your head and back. And then drop the left hand to the back left corner, rise the right hand up towards the ceiling, and then rotate it forward. We're going to do this 4 more times at your own pace. When you're done, you can go ahead and bring those hands back towards the center. Now that the shoulder caps, the rotations are starting to warm up, we're going to start to create fire and heat in your joints. So notice how we are holding our strap wider than our shoulder joint. I want you to keep that width. The only difference is we're not going to do a circular motion. You're going to use your inhale and rise the hands up above your head. When you exhale, so you can bring the hands behind your head. Keep the elbows slightly bent, not too straight and not fully bent. Now, as you're here, instead of rounding your back like this, you can pull your chest forward. Continue to reach those arms back. For 3, for 2, for 1, and then gently release. You can feel that fire just channeling into that shoulder joint. So we're going to do that 2 more times, and we're going to take a 10 slow count when we hold. So you're going to inhale, lift. Take your time, exhale, keep filling out the shoulder space. Don't drop back right away. Kind of go ease and ease and ease into it. Then adjust. So you can lift the chest space forward. Keep pulling the arms back. Now imagine your hands are pulling the strap or the towel in opposite direction. And now begin to breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Ooh. We're going to do that one last time. Continue to create heat to the joint. This way, as you're creating heat and creating that fire, you're not going to go into your shoulder stretches like a pop in a lock and then start to injure it, coming from the person that's had this injury twice. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Inhale, rise up. Ready? Exhale, slow, slow. Once you find that nice sweet spot, so you can start to roll your heart space forward. Feel the arms stretch back. And let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow, slow. Release out. Let the hands rest on your knees. Close your eyes. Do nothing. The act of that move just temporarily constricted your joints. So when you do come out of that release, that fire you're feeling is the blood flow and the circulation coming back. A moment of silence, quiet meditation. Okay. Let's go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to take one more mobility shoulder move, not yogic, not a yoga pose, but another one that I do as a preparatory pose. So I want you to fly your hands out. So you know those feelings where maybe you've just done too much yard work, too much sitting, whatever it might be, and you feel like there's a knot at your shoulder blade. So this movement is kind of that kneading motion that a massage kind of therapist kind of does when they're massaging into your upper back. But you're going to try to do it yourself, like a self massage, self therapy. So you're going to fly the hands out. Your thumbs are going to rotate up first. Now, slowly rotate your palms up. Can you feel that shoulder external rotation happening here? Now, as you do that, start to slowly exhale and start to flip that thumb down towards the mat. Your palms are going to face towards the back. Continue to rotate the thumbs towards the back wall. Feel your shoulders start to roll in. And then you're going to inhale and slow, slow. Start to rotate the thumbs back up towards the ceiling and then rotate it out so the palms are facing towards the sky. Start to connect into your breath here. On your exhale, go as slow as you can, perhaps a count of 5 breaths out. Continue to rotate your thumbs down towards the mat and then back towards the wall, feeling your shoulders cringe up towards the ear space. And then when you feel that, then release, inhale. Rotate the thumbs up. We're going to take about a minute here, so you can go as fast and slow as you like. The slower you go, you're going to start to feel every muscle engage and release. A little strength, a little release, a little massaging motion and kneading motion happening there. And know that anytime if you need to take a break, your arms are getting sore, you can, and just come back to it, maybe for the last 2 or 3 sets. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Go ahead and just let the hands come back onto your knees. Let the blood flow come back. Close your eyes and let's take 1 minute. Silent meditation. Bow your head. Just go ahead and open your eyes. Lift your head up. You're going to set your strap or your towel out towards the side here. Let's go ahead and start to work into the shoulder space or to take any movement into the shoulders to release. And anything that we go on doing forward, we're going to take at least 5 deep breaths, upwards of 7, providing some time for you to really go in towards the shoulders and upper back. Let's go ahead and come back towards the center. We want to have you do that same thing that we just did. Rotate the thumbs up. And this time, when you rotate your thumbs down, I want you to reach your hands behind your back and interlace the fingers. Let the elbows bend. Now from here, you can't see your hands, but you can feel where your palms are. If your palms are not touching, I want you to close your hands together until your hands create a fist. The palms are touching. Your elbows are bent to make it a lot easier. Notice how my shoulders are caving forward. I want to open my chest to open my shoulders. So I'm going to rotate my shoulders behind my upper back. My elbows are still bent. And then I'm going to stretch my hands towards the back of my mat. Slowly, so you can lift your hands away from your low back. And then we're going to start to hinge from the hips. Release your head down. Notice how my hands are away from my body. As my forehead touches the mat, I'm going to see you can continue to close my hands into that fist. Roll my arms away from my lower back. Rotating my shoulders behind my upper back. So I'm opening my heart space and hold it here. Remember, you still need to breathe. Keep your head down. Now just bring the hands back to your lower back. Unlock your hands. And then start to crawl your hands towards the top of your mat. And let's come into that seated forward fold. Your shoulders are tired. I like to slightly cactus my arms and let the hands come towards the center of my mat. Let's take a minute here. The last few breaths that you have, the shoulders and arms are ready. You can extend the arms towards the top of your mat. And just flow the depth of that breath to the lower back. Feeling that breath rise up to your lower back when you breathe in. Feel the collapse of your lower back as it drops back down towards your spine and belly when you breathe out. Okay. Let's gently just start to glide and roll and walk your body back up. Just bring your hands onto your knees. I invite you to take a moment of free time to do any move you like, any pose. It could be a twist, it could be circular motions, whatever might feels good for your body. Mm, okay. Go ahead and find your way back to that seated pose. And for our last movement, specific to the upper back and shoulders, I'm going to have you come to the middle of your mat. And typically, we do this pose seated. So, what we're going to end up doing is that stretch where you're typically seeing this. What we do is seated in a seated pose. But something that I've been trying to do a little bit different is actually both drop my knees to whatever side I'm stretching. So my knees are going to start here. I'm going to just bring that left foot in. My left one's pointing to the left. And I'm going to bring my right thigh underneath my left foot. Just adjusting my sitting bones to feel good. And I'm going to just start to just bring my right hand over my head, trying to place my left hand either to the back of my left shoulder or walking my right hand right between my shoulder blades. And then we're going to bring that left hand over with that right elbow. So automatically you're gonna feel that stretch coming on towards the right side. You can start to go deeper here and even start to expand into the right side of this body. But just start to tilt your left elbow down towards the mat. Keep pushing the back of your head in towards that right arm. What's holding you up right now is actually your core. So without you knowing, you're slightly engaging your core because you're drawing that belly in so you're not collapsing and tilting down. So a little core work, but a little deep stretch going on. So the right side of the body up through the right shoulder. And then we're going to release, come back to the center. When you drop your hands, drop the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the back of your mat, and just come into a twist to the right. And then slowly fly your hands over to the opposite side and just start to walk your hands towards the left back of your mat, come into an opposite twist to the other side. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it back towards the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to roll those knees over to the right. So take your time making those adjustments. Once you start to get situated here, let's go ahead and do it with the left hand. Bring the left hand over behind your head. Either left hand towards that back of the right shoulder or walk that left hand right between the shoulder blade. Guiding the right hand over that left elbow. And the way I think of this is I always want to sit tall, continue to push my head towards my left arm. My chest is extending forward, so I'm not rounding my back. And then I start to guide the left elbow towards the right to get that nice, juicy stretch. Then I go deeper. Start to tilt my right elbow out over to the right. Make sure that you're engaging your core. Draw your belly in. Feel that breath flow up through the belly into your chest. And then maybe on the exhale, you can come down over to the right a little more. Okay, let's go to bring it back towards the center. Relax that left hand towards the back of your mat, the right hand onto that left knee, and just slow twist over to the left. And then when you're ready, you're going to fly your arms over to the back right corner of your mat and just start to twist over to the right. Let's go ahead and come back towards the center. Bring that left leg forward. And we're going to conclude tonight's practice on your back and really taking advantage of the fact that we're using straps tonight or your towel. We're going to work on the lower body. So we're going to lie on your back, however way you like. I'm not going to put my feet up towards you, so I'm going to lie sideways. Make sure that strap or towel is next to one side of your head. And because you're going to go from whatever we're doing in towards Shavasana, if you have pillows or blankets, you can set that up underneath your knees too. So if you don't have a pillow and you do have a blanket and the way that you want to roll that up, I tend to burrito wrap my blanket and I can put it underneath my knees like so and just stretch it over. Or I can use it as a blanket for all intensive purposes. Or I can just use my bolster. Whatever your preference is, get yourself situated first. This way, during Shavasana, you don't have to climb up, adjust, and move. Okay. So take a moment here just to let the low back start to settle down on towards the mat. Getting those legs stretched forward. Just let the heart rate cool down with a few deep breaths. And keep your eyes closed during this portion of our practice. Allow your breath to be slow, to be deep. Allow your mind to be calm. Allow your body to deeply relax. And remember where you placed your strap or your towel. Without moving the rest of your body, just use your hands. Start to open that towel or strap up. You're going to start with the right side. So you're going to bring that right knee towards your chest. So you can hook that towel or strap underneath the soles of your right foot. And then gently just start to straighten out the right leg, sending your right foot up towards the ceiling. But take your time. You can micro bend the knees. You can flex into the right foot. Then when you're ready, start to bend into your elbows. Start to guide that right leg towards your upper body. A deep breath in. A deep breath out. Continue to hold your right leg up. Just gently maneuver both sides of the strap or the towel into your right hand and drop the left hand onto your lower left belly on top of that left hip space. You're going to use your right hand and just start to rock and roll your right leg in and out, starting to open up external rotation into the right leg and right hip. When you're ready, then you start to slowly allow that right leg to roll out to the right side. Using your right hand, continue to stretch out the back of your right leg, pulling the right leg closer towards the center line of your body. And then just sit that left hand on towards the belly space. Just feel the movement of the belly breath into your left palm. Okay. Start to draw the right leg back to the center. You're going to switch the strap or towel into that left hand first. I'm going to bring my right hand and use my right hand and grab onto my right hip or right buttocks. Starting to use my right hand to help me pick up my right hip. Slowly using my left hand to guide my right leg over to the left. I'm using my right hand to lift my right hip so I can guide my lower body. Stacking my right hip above my left hip first. Allowing my right leg to just ever so slightly find its way over towards the left side of my mat. Adjusting the grip of my left hand if I need to. And once your lower body settles down, you can keep the right hand towards the lower right paw. We can stretch the right hand out towards the right and turn your head over towards the right shoulder. Okay, let's bring the right leg back towards the center. Allow the right knee to slightly bend so you can remove your strap to the sides of your body. Let's hug the right knee down towards your chest and take a few more breaths here. Release, stretch the right leg forward. Adjust your hip space if you need to. Let's come on over to the left side. You're going to bend into the left knee. Start to find the strap or your towel. You're going to hook that strap or towel underneath the left leg. Taking it slow as you need to. Starting to discover the other side of your body as you stretch the left foot up towards the side. If you'd like to activate the back of that left leg, you can start to flex into your feet, feeling the left toes point down towards your body. Now activate your breath. When you breathe in, hold the stretch, straighten out the leg, flex into that left leg. When you exhale, then bend into your elbows. Start to close your strap and your left leg closer down towards your upper body. Allow your breath to calm down your mind. Allow your breath to open up this body. Bring the strap or the towel into your left hand. Allow the right palm to rest onto your lower right belly. And start to roll your left leg left and right. Once your body's ready, you start to send the left leg as far out to the left as you can, keeping in mind that you want to keep that right butt cheek and right hip down towards the right side of your mouth. You can lend the help of your right hand to hold it down if that helps. Just close your eyes, deepen into your breath. Okay. Let's bring that left leg back towards the center. Start to switch over to the right hand. I'm gonna slide that left hand and just use your left hand, hold on to your left buttocks. Start to gently lift your left butt cheek off the mat. As you're guiding your left leg over to the right, continue to use your left hand to help guide that left hip above your right hip. Your left shoulder can come off the mat first. Focus on alignment of the lower body. Now hold it here. Use the right hand to continue to hold on to that left leg. Once you have that, you can keep the left hand onto your low back for a deeper support. Or you can stretch the left hand towards the left side of your mat. Turn your head over towards the left shoulder. And just breathe. Okay. Let's bring the left leg back to the center. You can bend into your left knee, setting that strap completely out to the side. And adjust into your hip space. And then let the left knee come towards the chest, interlacing your fingers around your left knee. Let's hold it here. And release. Start to stretch that left leg forward. You can pick up your hips. You can let the hips just gently lower back down towards the mat. You close your eyes. The final Shavasana. Place of deep stillness and silence. In tonight's practice, we give ourselves a unique opportunity and permission to slow down, to take our time on this mat in stillness and silence. Without a second thought, without judgment tonight, if your mind and body needs to be here, I encourage you to spend a few more moments of deep release lying down. And on your journey to feeling your body back onto this mat, give yourself permission as you begin to take movement in your body, providing an extra breath or two in between to feel the movement, to feel yourself, to observe where you are. No amount of time is slow enough, and every movement you make, savor it, enjoy it, bask in it, and take another movement, journey through your body, journey through your mat, step by step. Perhaps in a breath down the line, in a movement a long time, you quietly, slowly, deeply relaxed, find yourself back on your mat in a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. Feeling the palms of your hands touch in prayer. Bowing your head. In our practice tonight, from afar through the spring, miles apart, and for love for us to end with a Om. While we may not be able to hear each other's vibrations and sound, in the same moment we Om, and we feel connected in the deepest sense. So when we take that breath in, fill your breath up. And as you exhale, start to say the word Om. We're going to do that together. You can follow through me. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's do that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in. Our last one. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for joining me tonight. The inner light within me honors the inner light within each and one of you. We raise our head and open your eyes. Namaste. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to take some time for us to open up and unmute us and ask me any questions you like, or we can just chat.